Hello and welcome to live stream with myself and Abby. We brought you to the Attercliffe tram sheds, which parts of it was built in 1800, well late 1800s, and it was disused or abandoned in the late 1960s. There's been a couple of reports here about people, if you look around, you can see kids have been in, doing numerous artwork and built ramps and stuff like that, so they obviously use it as a recreational area. A couple of these kids have said they've seen apparitions or odd thing knocking around what they're not too sure of. I thought we'd come down and check it out. As always, we've got a bit of equipment with us. We don't know where these reports actually are in this building. It's quite a long building, so we're just going to work our way through it, doing bursts of EVPs, motion sensors, things like that. Just me and Az tonight. There might be a little bit of background noise. There's a tram what's being used quite frequently, what passes. So, we're in the end room, so we'll start from here. We'll start with your motion detector, and we'll bang that in an area where we're not looking, so we'll have that pointing that way while we're this side, so we're not going to get any interference. That's armed. We'll also put up a EMF reader. I'm not sure what EMF's like around here. There's obviously no power in here, but there's power lines everywhere in the ads. Mm-hmm. Especially with tram as well, so. Right. Abby, you didn't go near that, did you?
No, not moved. It's not them trees, is it?
Could be.
Face it other way, towards wall.
Right. Definitely nothing moving. EMF. Put that down here where we can see it. There's a little light on that. In fact, I'll put it near this. Over there to see it. Hey up.
That might be new.
Just working out the bugs. Right, who's on tonight? Anybody on? Anybody we know?
Got Vanessa on.
Van, as always. I listened to that WhatsApp you sent me earlier on, because I've had my mobile data turned off while we're here, until now. So, I'll get back to you in a bit about that. Put my gloves on in case somebody comes along and decides to they don't want to be friendly. This area, more than likely, in it odds.
Yeah, definitely.
So, let's see if there's some ghosts. EMF. Got that. Recorders. As always, we use two recorders. These are the same brand, except one goes in HD, the other one not. So, what we tend to do is, if you're a regular live stream, you'll know what we normally do. If we get anything on the HD, then we review that one as well. See if it's on that. Make sure it's no ambience in background that we've picked up through the HD being on or not. That's what we tend to do. So, these are the folders we've got. This is the HD one on number 1 and 20. So we'll start by put it down, put them on the floor, we'll ask some questions. 1, 2, 3. EVP session 1, tram going past, Attercliffe tram sheds. Just get comfy. Is there anybody who would like to communicate with us today? Could you give us your name? These orange lights here, if you're speaking to those, we will hear you. Do you know what year it is? Was there a riot here? Was you involved in that? This place has not been investigated before, to our knowledge, so here's your chance to be heard. Are you still working in this area? Can you give us your name? Could you give us your age? Thank you.
Vanessa says, is there any abandoned tracks close by?
I think all the tracks got ripped up when this were disused and it made way for the new tram in the early 90s. Don't think so. There's remnants of the big sleepers and stuff they used to use. Another tram, new one, over there. And as we're walking through, me and Az were laughing because obviously kids what have been in here, they look like graves, tombstones. People have wrote people's names on them on there.
Yeah, like Myra Hindley, and Alan Rickman.
Unbelievable. Right, listen to this. It's actually folder 49 actually.
Session 1, tram going past, Attercliffe, tram sheds. Get comfort. Is there anybody who would like to communicate with us today? Could you give us your name? These orange lights here, if you're speaking to those, we will hear you. Do you know what year it is? Was there a riot here? Was you involved in that? This place has not been investigated before, to our knowledge, so here's your chance to be heard. Are you still working in this area? Can you give us your name? Could you give us your age? Thank you.
Right. inconclusive. But when have we ever got an EVP straight away? Quite a few times, haven't we? Eh? So, we'll move on to a bit of another area. It's more or less the same thing all the way through. But it's quite a long building, quite a long. On the way down, I'll show you some of the nice artwork if you're interested in that. Down to the next bit. So, have a look at all the ads and we'll just show them some nice artwork while we're going.
Vanessa says the people she sees congregate outside the building.
Right.
Green bunny close by.
Green bunny, close by.
Don't
Is
know.
that some sort of euphemism? Right, try and think about that. Dan. Do you want to send some WhatsApp questions to Abby? We'll play them in a bit if you're interested. Right, we'll move on. DMF there. We'll have this again, pointing away from us. What's that? Let's put recorders on here, next to EMF. Everything comes near the recorders. Hopefully we should catch it on EMF. Hopefully. There we go. Whoa. Did you see how?
No,
Well, that's pointing, there's nothing over there, is there?
nothing.
At all.
You can see on here, there's no
Now we're over here, weren't it?
Mhm.
Is that you? Can you come closer? We just made that alarm go off, like coming towards us. Could you come and speak into these recorders? Just a motorbike.
Scared me.
So he's going again. One, two, three. EVP session 2, tram sheds. Just resetting the sensor. I'll keep that in my hand. Right, if that were you, could you come closer towards these orange lights and give us your name? Did everybody just see that? There's only me and Abby here. I'm here, Abby's there. Right, thank you. You're coming closer. Could you give us your name in these orange lights? I've gone right cold, have you?
I'm alright. Just nervous.
Nervous?
Yeah. I got like butterflies in my belly.
Have you?
Yeah. Vanessa sent a few EVPs.
Yeah, we'll do them next after this one. Would you speak to the recorders, please? Give us your name. Just put a camera all there. No, I shouldn't imagine there'll be any dust in here. I've just seen a big particle of dust.
I have seen a few. I have seen a few bits
Just
on
try-
here. A few bits of dust on here.
Right, could you give us your age? Was you unhappy about your working conditions here? Did you dislike the people you worked with? Did you believe you were treated unfairly? Is there anything you'd like to say? Message for a loved one?
How many of there are you?
Thank you. That was quite a quick one, going on the fact that that went off. Now, could that have been something coming close to give us a message? We'll see. HD1.
EVP session 2, tram sheds. Just resetting the sensor. I'll keep that in my hand. Right, if that were you, could you come closer towards these orange lights and give us your name? Did everybody just see that? There's only me and Abby here. I'm here, Abby's there. Right, thank you for coming closer. Could you give us your name in these orange lights? I've gone right cold, have you?
Just nervous.
Nervous?
I got like butterflies in my belly.
Have you?
Vanessa sent a few EVPs.
Yeah, we'll do them next after this one. Could you speak to the recorders, please? Give us your name. What camera are there? No, I shouldn't imagine there'll be any dust in here. I've just seen a big particle of dust.
I have seen a few. I have seen a few bits
That's
on
Tram.
here. A few bits of dust on here.
Right, could you give us your age? Was you unhappy about your working conditions here? Did you dislike the people you worked with? Did you believe you were treated unfairly? there anything you'd like to say? Message for a loved one?
How many of there are you?
Thank you.
Right. Nothing again. We've had some activity with that. Which is interesting. Maybe they're coming close, but not confident enough to speak to us. Hopefully they will, very shortly. You hear that?
No.
Hello? Because well blind, I heard somebody
No, I didn't hear all.
shuffling along. Could be just me. No. Remember last time we were at Ads? Not Little John's grave. The one before. We had a lot of activity with that, didn't we? Oh, when Vanessa were here, went to
Grace to Priory.
Grace to Priory. We seem to not get much EVP wise, did we? But that was going mad. I think batteries aren't failing anyway because the alarm wouldn't go off if the batteries are low. It just won't work at all. That don't seem to be the case. So, interesting. They are hypersensitive though, them, aren't they? Should we move on a little bit
Yeah.
again?
Next
and then
room.
we'll do some questions what Vanessa's sent. Shit. I've got everything. What's interesting about this place is, at some point in its history, it'll have been rammed with workers. Now, we all know that sometimes residual energy stays in them areas. I don't think I would when I pass on. I think I won't. The last thing I think the place I'd like to be at work. But some people, that's all they knew. This seems a bit. Oh, you can just feel it.
Don't like that doorway.
No, that's probably why. You hear that?
It could have just been a drip or something into leaves. There is, I can hear some drips.
Some drips. Alright. What's that?
Don't know.
It's something off an old tram. Right, I'll pop this over here, kids. And we'll do the same again. This time with Vanessa's questions. Sometimes we have it with Vanessa's questions because she knows what to ask.
It is drips, I just
It is drips,
you
yeah.
can hear
There is
them.
drips. So I'll look. Right then. EMF. Motion sensor.
Keep that in your hand so you can turn it off straight away.
Right. Do bear with me. We are live.
Vanessa said something went past your back.
When? There's about a 10-second delay, isn't there? Shine it down your hands. Oh. That one decided to turn itself off.
The battery's gone.
Possibly. Right. Same again. You got your phone?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. EVP session 3. Tram sheds. Vanessa's questions.
Do you stay here because you built this place? Do you not like what it's become? There are places out back where people congregate.
That might have been that drip. I had a drip just
Could have
before.
been a drip, yeah, go on. Carry on.
They argue. Were you a part of that?
I play that one again.
There are places out back where people congregate. They argue. Were you a part of that? Do you interfere or interact with the people that come here? Have they destroyed a place that you left?
Got it?
That one's just gone off there.
Right, we're going to have to disregard that one. Ending session. What the?
It's not playing.
No. That has never done that before.
No, I've never known it do that.
So one's packed in,
And then one won't play.
and this one won't play.
It is. Is it playing? Is it going? Why is it moving?
It's going, isn't it?
It's going backwards.
Why is it doing that? There's not a setting on it.
Time's going down.
Yeah, it does that anyway.
Alright.
What the?
It's not turned right.
Volume's up. Volume were down. I never change volume on that, ever.
They argue.
Let's get to back to the beginning of that one.
EVP session 2. EVP session 3. Tram sheds. Vanessa's questions.
Do you stay here because you built this place? Do you not like what it's become? There are...
That might have been that drip. I had a drip just
Could have been a drip, yeah, go on. Carry on.
They argue. Were you a part of that? There are places out back where people congregate. They argue. Were you a part of that? Do you interfere or interact with the people that come here? Have they destroyed a place that you left?
that other one going off.
Right.
Vanessa said she had a yes.
They destroyed a place that you
I think that was that Knockall Hill, weren't it? Trip or whatever over there.
Right, we'll have to disregard that one. Ending session.
Right. So we seem to be having something that likes to walk in front of that. And it likes to mess about with recorders as well. I had that in my hand all the time. And I have never, ever, since we've been doing this in over 150 investigations, never touched a volume on it. Ever. I don't think Ads has either.
No.
I know Carl hasn't. Interesting. One's packed in. Other one, volume turned down. Perhaps maybe you don't want to talk. Perhaps maybe you just want to show your presence in another way. Would you like to knock something over? Would you like to knock that black box over?
Throw a stone, see if they'll throw it back.
Yeah, good idea. Find a stone. A bit of tile. I'm going to throw this to you. Can you throw it back? If you don't want to talk, fair enough. Knock one of these over, throw some at us. Do your worst, don't mind. If you want us to leave, let us know. If you want us to stay, let us know. Let's have a look in that room, Ads.
The horrible one.
That horrible one, yeah, let's have a look in there.
Vanessa says, for the most part, I think the ones walking about aren't aware of you.
Right, residual stuff then, yeah. I think you might be right there, Van, because we don't seem to have anything intelligent here. Don't think that's probably why maybe motion sensors going off, but nothing else is. Not getting no EVPs, and they like to mess about with them for some reason. So they got, if that is the case, if they're messing about with the recorders, then you'd think they'd be intelligent, wouldn't you? Motion sensor, yeah, because they just walk past it and not think of it. Seems to be getting a bit freakier in here now.
I don't like it now, it's kind of dark.
I like it.
I'll bet you have a go.
Right, I'll pop them back in. Seem to be getting hit with the motion sensor, so we'll carry on with that. And we'll keep the EMF out as well. Overall, it's a pretty spooky place.
It is now.
There were a little bit of light earlier, weren't there?
Yeah.
Now we've lost that.
I haven't got a torch.
We don't need a torch, we're ghost hunters.
I need a torch.
Right, let's have a look in the spooky room.
Torch. What was that?
Just gone off. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Copy that. Interesting. Weird.
No, it looks horrible.
It's like someone's had a fire in there.
Yeah.
I presume this could have been like some kind of offices, something like that. Somewhere where employees get the round of bollockings, not doing something right. This is the last room. Somewhat overgrown. What's behind that? What are they?
What's beeping?
It's just a cement bag. Just a wall. There's nothing at that side. Didn't Vanessa say there was some a congregation on that side?
Yeah.
Then we'll ask some questions out there. It's no good using recorders.
Vanessa, Abby, where the hell is your torch?
Who said that?
Vanessa. It's in my pocket. It just
did you
don't
get it?
work. Further up.
That there.
Yeah. I have got one. It's in my pocket. It's just not working. Got my phone. It's every time you walk.
It is, isn't it? Right, so we can get a bit of activity out of here. These are the, do you want to show them? There's quite a few of these.
I don't think there is out on that one, is there? Further up, won't it? This one, look. Oh, Alan Rickman. Poor Alan Rickman. But the creepy thing is, there's a Myra Hindley one. Amy Winehouse.
We'll see if they'll push them over. Right, and guys, this is congregation area. So Vanessa says, so could you throw a stone at us? Could you knock that black box over? I'm knelt down, so you could push me over, knock my cap off my head, anything you want. The trouble with outside is you can't really put things down too much, can you? Wind. There's no wind. It's still as old. Things like that. What's that?
Just me taking pictures.
Come on, chuck a stone at us. Let us know that you're here. Knock that over. Very easy to knock that over. Come on. Chuck a stone at us. Just let us know that you're here. Come on. what we normally
Still
do.
beeping.
Huh?
Still beeping in your bag.
Oh.
Bird.
Could be an animal, yeah. What we normally do is, around this time in the investigation, we normally, in his head, draw a conclusion, more or less. My conclusion is, there's no intelligent activity.
Nope.
There seems to be something going on, with that going off. But that's about it, I think, yeah. To look at the building, don't look haunted. But we've been to places what are haunted. What
Looks
don't look
creepy.
haunted. Yeah.
It does look creepy.
Yeah. It's probably because it's run down. But if you were to say someone thinks there's a ghost in there, would you say, yeah, no? I'd say no. But there is something going off because this were doing its thing. So there is something happening, something moving. Is it haunted? Intelligently? I don't think it is. Is there something residual? Probably. More than likely. What would you say, Ads?
Definitely not haunted.
It's not haunted to a point where there's something going off, put it that way. There's nothing going off. Nothing really reached out to us to connect.
It only feels creepy because it's abandoned.
Yeah, and it's dark. Yeah.
Didn't feel creepy because there was something there.
Yeah, agreed. So, yeah, residual. I reckon here. Not a bad building. What time are we on?
11:15.
Right. A little bit early, but I think we've done all we can do, haven't we? What was that?
What?
I saw something go past.
Might have been a fox or something.
Right, well, big, tall.
Oh, I don't know.
Right then, guys. I think we've done all we can this evening. Thank you for tuning in. I know we haven't been out for a while. We've been quite busy in his own lives, his private lives, doing bits and bats. Shut up! No Tram. But we're going to try and get out a bit more often again. Because everything's calmed down now in his life, so we need to get on some more locations. It's been hard for locations as well, because obviously we've done that many now in the surrounding areas. We have moved to other areas, but it's getting that hard to find new locations, exciting ones for you guys. So it's become increasingly harder each time. And with not as many of us now, just me and Ads at the minute, it's obviously only two of us doing research and things. So, but we're going to do our best, try and get out as soon as possible. Got a couple lined up, what might be cool. In fact, they will be cool, one of them. I showed you one, Ads. And thanks for tuning in. Hang on a minute. Not seeing Ads all this time.
Bye.
Cheers for tuning in. See you later, guys. Post. Huh?